My older brother stole my dream job. Years later, karma is finally catching up. I, 26M, come from a pretty competitive family. My parents immigrated to the US from South America in their early 20s and worked hard to give my siblings and me a good life. They raised us to believe that success was everything, and I used to think my older brother, Eric, 30M, was my biggest supporter, until he stabbed me in the back. Since I was a kid, I was obsessed with aviation. I wanted to be a pilot, and I spent years working toward it. I took private lessons, studied like crazy, and even got into an elite aviation program. Eric never cared about planes, but he always felt the need to compete with me. When I was 19, I applied for a highly competitive internship with a major airline. I worked my ass off for it. A week before interviews, I found out Eric applied too, despite never mentioning any interest in aviation before. He didn't even tell me. My parents, who always favored him, played it off like it was no big deal. I thought I still had a shot. But then, the night before my interview, my application was suddenly withdrawn. I was confused and panicked, only to find out later that Eric had convinced a family friend, who worked for the airline, to accidentally swap my name with his. He took my interview spot and got the internship. I confronted him, furious, but he just smirked and said, "You'll get another chance." Our parents told me to stop being dramatic. That life isn't fair, and that Eric just wanted to try something new. It crushed me. I lost my dream internship, and without it, my chances at a direct airline job were shot. Eric, on the other hand, milked the opportunity, bragged about it to everyone, and made sure I knew he had beaten me. Years passed. I worked my way up through smaller, independent flight schools and eventually got hired as a commercial pilot. Meanwhile, Eric, he quit the airline after 2 years, jumped from job to job, and is now stuck in a miserable office position he hates. He recently reached out to me, asking if I could pull some strings to help him get back into aviation. I left him on read. But here's the kicker: last week, my airline announced they're partnering with the company Eric currently works for, meaning I might end up as his superior on some projects. I can't wait to see the look on his face.